So, in this section, we're going to talk about a lot of the real issues that you're going to have whether you're doing a project for someone else, whether you're doing a project for yourself. The biggest problem is simply this. And this is what I say a lot of times to directors or producers who I'm working with. I put a triangle in the air and say, hey, listen, I can give you a number of things: good, fast, or cheap, but I can't give you all three. And I can give you two of the three. Which one do you want to give up? Quite simply, that's an equation that you'll find happens on every film that you ever work on, no matter what kind of project. Now, most of you are not going to want to give up good, and most of you will probably not be able to give up cheap, right? So the temptation will be to still do fast, even though you're really not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to give up fast. You're going to need to take some time to help yourself organize your footage as it comes in. Take a little bit of time. Do not give up fast, right? So otherwise, you're going to get something like this, right? How many of you in your Final Cut projects take a look and hey, you got bin one, bin two, bin three. Your sequences all have the default names. And if you import, as you can see here, I've imported graphic here, just has whatever the title was sitting there on your desktop. So the real problem with that is it doesn't help you to find material. It doesn't help you to zoom through your footage in a way that helps you to deliver at a decent time. In fact, it leads to a big, oh my God, kind of mess, right? In fact, you're going to see a lot of this sort of thing, right? You'll see one giant roll of dailies that you've sucked in. All right. So this is a good 15, 20 minutes worth of material. So what are you going to do every time you need to find this particular frame? What you're going to find is you have to scroll through tape 1.12 each and every time. Now, by the way, what we're looking at here is a Avid Media Composer screen. We're going to be talking about things that you'll be able to use whether you're working on Final Cut, Premiere, Media Composer. It doesn't matter. But if you can take a look at what's here in the Media Composer screen, you see a tape name that doesn't really help you very much. You can see a sequence that's called Untitled Sequence.5. Tape names that don't really help you at all. Bins that just take the default name of the project. All of that stuff doesn't help you zoom in and find the material that you need at any given moment. So whatever nonlinear editing program you're using is going to get in the way. The goal of this webinar is to make it easier to think about editing, not about the tool. Now take a look at the material that you actually get on the footage that comes in. In this particular piece, which came from film, there's a time code. There's a key code. In fact, if you take a look at the settings on here, you'll see that there's a tremendous amount of metadata which is there. The real key for us to be able to simplify our lives is to be able to keep yourself organized. The solution to everything is organization, organization, organization. Now, the real key to organization is that our frame here, every clip, every piece of footage that you've got, which is uniquely identified by a time code number, and in fact, you can see that time code number right up here in this slide, actually points to a particular clip, right? So, okay, now look at what I've already done. I've put this particular clip, this piece of dailies, into a dailies folder, and I've named this clip 12A Take 1. This is a system that I use for narrative dailies. This scene 12, the second setup which is done, I call 12A, right? So that's pretty simple. But here's the wonderful thing about nonlinear editing, that exact piece of footage doesn't have to point just to one particular clip, but in fact can also be put in another folder called Day 2 Sunk. Same 12 Apple Take 1.